Oh. Oh, really?
Okay.
Really?
Oh, it tells me. That's interesting.
Why?
Tells me too. Me too. We know.
Tells me.
It never happened before. Oh, great. Okay,
Nor I.
you're on.
Because we're on
Hello.
Apple.
Well, hello. How are you today?
Hello.
Welcome to our meatless kitchen and cooking market. And today I'm going to be making little like kind of a take on I guess penne sandwiches. And I'm going to be using the Incognito Italian sausage, 100% plant protein for in my sandwiches. And with them being Italian, the ingredients I'm going to be using is a red bell pepper. And this is a Vidalia onion. And the nice thing about the Vidalia onion, get the light on it better, is they're so sweet and they're just delicious. And these are also great if you want to do a stuffed onion where you can take it and core it out and then stuff the onion and bake it. That's pretty yummy. And then the pedala of an onion or pepper. And then I'm going to add in some little baby portobello mushrooms and then some cilantro. And then we're going to wrap them all in tortillas. And I'm going to grill them in my George Forman Grill. So the first thing I'm going to do is plug in my George Forman Grill so that it can get hot. And seeing we're here, I'm going to just show you this is my cutting station. And I'm going to go ahead and, I liked Susan's idea of freezing sausages, and I ended up taking them out a little early, but they're still a little frozen. And so my plan is to do them in half, but first I'm going to turn on my pan. So I'm heating up both my pans so that way after I slice my sausages and put everything in, the pans are already hot, so we don't have to wait for them to warm up. So I'm just going to slice these lengthwise down the center. And it's nice because they are still frozen inside, so they're not just mushing out on me. So thank you so much for that suggestion. And I'm doing 2 of them. I'm having a friend over for lunch. And so I'm going to make one for her. So I'm going to go ahead and put them on my plate. So this is what they look like raw. And we're going to come over here to my cooking station. And can you see my pans?
Yes.
Okay. So I've got my big pan here that's nice for a griddle. And I'm going to add a little bit of coconut oil to them. I'm going to have to use a spoon.
I have to compliment that the sausage you introduced to me that you're using today.
Uh-huh.
Everyone, it tastes great. The morning start incoming that just tastes, I think, the best sausage alternatives that you can get.
Yeah. I also got a bratwurst sausage, which is more of a German flavor that you can do with sauerkraut, and you can do on a barbecue.
Yes.
And bratwurst has a real mild flavor. It's not a real spicy flavor. So it's a good introduction to sausages. So, okay, so here on my pan, I'm gonna go ahead and just drop these in, and you can hear them sizzling. And I'm gonna take my little splatter guard and put it on the top. And now in this pan, I've got some vegan butter because I want that flavor. And so first in here, I'm going to melt it. And what I want to do is the Vidalia onions, I sliced them just lengthwise. You can see how I sliced them like this. Because I'm going to be laying them out on the tortilla when I go to grill it. Okay. And then in the same pan, hi Sherry, here's my guest, Sherry. I'll introduce you in a second. So in this pan, I'm going to be putting my peppers and my bell peppers. And what I want to do is get these all nice and softened. They can still have a little crunch because they're going to be going into a sandwich. Okay, so now while those are cooking, I'm going to bring it over. This is my friend Sherry.
Hi, everybody.
And this is our beautiful table I set for us.
Hi, Sherry.
Sherry, you're the lucky one. We
Yeah.
don't get to watch.
Okay, so these are cooking away. And it's about time because they're sizzling and they're cooking nicely. I get the tape. Okay, so I'm going to turn the heat down. I'm going to stir these a bit. Turn the heat down a little bit on these. Usually Susan and Teresa are letting me know that I need to turn my heat down.
No, we were not.
Okay, so
But turn it down anyway.
and they've got a nice little brown on them. So I'm flipping them over so you can see how they've got a nice brown on
Oh
them.
my gosh, it's beautiful.
It is.
Did you put oil in that
I
pan?
put coconut oil in there, yes.
Okay.
Because they won't get browned if you don't have a little dot of oil in there.
Okay, that was a dot, huh?
Yeah, you know, about a half a teaspoon.
Okay.
And then I'm going to turn the pan off. And I'm just going to let these sit here. And now I'm going to push the veggies over and then add a tiny bit more butter because I want to do some mushrooms in here too. So I'm going to just go ahead and put these mushrooms in here and just let them cook down a bit. So I've got the peppers and the onions on one side of the pan and the mushrooms in the other side of the pan. And I'm going to take out the sausages. And I'm going to take the sausages over to my rolling table. Okay. So we're going to just let these just cook a bit. And I'm going to start putting together the sandwich part. So for the sandwich part, you're going to want cheese. And what I did was I took the Go Veggie cheese and I got some mozzarella and cheddar because I blended it. I love the quality of the mozzarella cheese because it gets really nice and stringy. And then I love the flavor of the cheddar. So together, melted in a sandwich, yum. Then I've got some spinach to add some greens and give it some nice color. With the red bell peppers, the Italian sausage, the cheese, and the spinach, it's going to be delicious. Okay. So what I got, I didn't necessarily find organic, but I did find the big burrito size because I wanted a great big one because I was wanting to make a sandwich. So this is the burrito size. And yes, it's very large. So I'm putting it down on my table here. And one thing you might want to do is find the halfway point. Put a little dot there. It happens almost to be right where there's a little circle there. And so the first thing I want to do is take my cheese and roll it out into a little line like that. And I can hear my little veggies simmering over here, so I'm going to stir them a bit.
Don't anybody tell her that I'm reaching in to steal some of her food here.
So we've got the
Don't tell her.
cheese, and now I'm going to put on some spinach and just layer the spinach over the top. And now I'm going to take 2 sausages and lay the sausages over the top. And I'll put this off to the side, and I'll get my bell pepper mixture. So now I want to take a couple bell peppers, put on top. And I kind of like to cut them square like that because they help to lay on top of the peppers really nicely. So there we go there. And now we're going to get some onions. And because I sliced them the way they did, they'll lay nicely just right on top here. So we've got that. And then let's get a couple mushrooms. Oh, doesn't that just look yummy?
Yes.
And now we'll do a dash of cilantro because it is a tortilla. Homage to the tortilla. And then how about another just splash of cheese? We love cheese. So to fold it up, what I want to do is take the 2 bottoms and go like that. And then I'll take the side, kind of press down here, and take the side over. Now you can see this went way all the way over, and I've got this much room here. So because I've done it before, I got smart. So I'm going to take this much off. So when I fold this over, I won't end up with a whole bunch of dough. So you can see I've tucked this in very nicely, like a burrito.
Ah,
And
yeah.
then I'm going to take my brushes over here, and I'm going to coat the burrito with my coconut oil.
Ah,
And it's the oil that gives it that nice browning. And then flip it over to this side. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to here. Okay. So I've been heating up my George Forman Grill, which is right here. Turn it this way. And then I'm just going to place it right here. And then you just drop this down, kind of press down a little bit. And everything's been cooked in here. So the main thing we're doing is we're toasting the grill. So now I want to make my second one because I want to feed my guest. So again, I'm going to take a big burrito. Take my cheese and put it right in the center. So I pretty much know right here is the center. Made a visual note. Put the cheese down in here. I kind of like the grated cheese because I like the way it melts when I cook it rather than the kind that comes in a slice. So now I've got the cheese down, if I remember my order.
Spinach.
And now we're gonna do spinach, thank you. Now we'll do the spinach. And I pretty much went through and the little extra stems I took off. And we kind of want to keep it in a little square. And now I'm going to put on the bell peppers. And here's a beautiful bell pepper. Okay, so we got our bell pepper. Now some onion. Here's this beautiful onion. I love the Vidalia onions. They're just sweet and just delicious. And then the onions, and then a couple of mushrooms. And then some of the green bell pepper. And now the sausages on top. Whoop. And you know, if it all slides around, that's all fine. And then let's use the last of the cheese. Okay, so now again, kind of square it up. Fold the two ends up. And then we can just go ahead because we know we're going to be taking some off because we've done this before. And then we want to fold this in and then take this side, push these sides in and fold this side over. Kind of get it all closed up. And then we'll take our coconut oil. And when you're, you know, home, you can always just take and do it with your fingers. This one's mine. It won't be as pretty as Sherry's. Okay. And so again, take the oil. Coconut oil is nice because it has such a low melt point that even if it's solid, the moment it touches something warm, it goes liquid. Okay, so on my grill, usually the green light would be on, but so far you can see how pretty it is.
Wow.
So I'm gonna let it cook a little bit longer in there. And so what I made with, I'm serving with this little sandwich, this hot sandwich, is I just sliced up some radishes, and that makes a really nice little garden set, you know, just a little side dish. And I made some homemade applesauce and homemade lemonade. So it's kind of a homemade little afternoon luncheon together with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do you have any
Sounds
questions?
great. Yum. Have any questions?
And I brought strawberries from my garden.
Ooh, and she brought strawberries from her garden.
Oh, no
how
kidding.
sweet.
Wow, very nice.
Nice.
Nice to have friends
You
that
know what
grow.
you might be having for dessert. Yeah. We want to come to your house for lunch today.
You know what? That would be so fun to have a party together and we could all bring our favorite vegan dishes.
Well, I think very soon, since we can gather together, this meatless kitchen will become live. So we actually will have a chef and then the guest in this area, sorry about other area viewers, that will gather together and will taste it.
Oh, lovely.
Hey.
Sounds like fun.
No getting away with anything then.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you can see I just flipped this over.
Oh, I want to make this tomorrow. Looks
Okay.
so good.
So I'm going to show you. So
Ooh, look at that crunchy sound. Wow.
isn't that beautiful?
Very.
Simply sublime.
Yeah, wonderful.
Wonderful, Yvonne.
Have a bite.
All right.
Oh,
Love
yummy.
to, love to.
Yummy, yummy.
I just go ahead and put mine in. And so thank you for sharing this recipe with me.
Oh, thank you. That was good.
Thank you.
Now I have a question.
Lovely. I have
I have
a
a
cast
question.
iron. I have a cast
Okay.
iron pot.
Wait,
And I don't have a
wait,
George
wait,
Forman.
wait.
Are you finished, Sally? We have a question. Yvonne, did you get those sausages from the grocery outlet we went to?
I do believe I got them at the grocery outlet. They're kind of like a hit and miss for finding them. I found that the
Okay.
grocery outlet down in Rohnert Park, because it's a university community, that I have a greater opportunity to find plant-based options in Rohnert Park at the grocery outlet. And there are 2 grocery outlets in Rohnert Park.
And which one is the better?
I've only just gone really to the one on Expressway.
Okay.
But there's one over by, I think, the movie theater. And I went to that a long, long time ago. So I'm just slowly starting to stretch out and get into Rohnert Park shopping. Because I've always lived
Okay.
around town.
Okay.
I got my sausage at the 4th Street. So
At the 4th Street one?
yeah, I got quite a few. I got 3 boxes and it was finished within 3 days. My husband and my son love them.
Oh my, and what were the names of those?
And what's that called? Inco meat?
The sausage.
Oh, Incognito.
Incognito.
Incognito,
Oh,
okay.
I might remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Incognito.
called Incognito, and it's by Morningstar Farms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good
So
deal.
I've
I
done
like it.
Impossible Burger, Beyond Beef, and Morningstar Farms.
Okay, like it. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for the class today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne, for sharing with us.
Nice to meet you.
Hey,
For a wonderful recipe.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy it.
Well, I hope
great
you
lunch.
enjoy it.
Have a great lunch. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, thank you. Your house, what we saw of it's cute.
Thank you very much.